Hello, everyone. Can you hear me well? Is the voice clear? Hello, Yatin Rustagi. Is the voice clear? Oh, great. This is good. I'll just be waiting a bit for people to join us before starting this live stream, which will be a full analysis. About who would win in a fight between World Breaker and the Silver Surfer. This live stream could be a little bit longer than usual because I'll go through some details, so hope it will be interesting and useful at the same time. Okay, so as we all know, Silver Surfer is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, and it's safe to say that he is one of the most powerful beings in comics universe. I mean, you can't just find a lot of powerhouses in comics universe who can decisively beat the Silver Surfer, and that's due to the vast powers he possesses. And as we all know, the source of these powers is the power cosmic granted by Galactus himself. So in this video, I am going to present probably new ideas and a new review for a lot of people who are not familiar with the comics facts I am going to present in this video. Let's see why I think that World Breaker Hulk, this persona in specific, this Hulk's persona, would arguably defeat the Silver Surfer, which in general goes against the norm. Okay, first of all, let's start with this important book, which is The Incredible Hulk, number 250. This book was published in 1980, and it presented an interesting confrontation between the Green Goliath and the Silver Surfer. Okay, so in this book, the Silver Surfer is stuck on Earth because Galactus has created a barrier which prevented the Silver Surfer from reaching deep space, from flying into deep space. So the Surfer is stuck on Earth and he cannot pierce this barrier or go through it. He lacks the power to do that. Then he remembered that Hulk possesses the potential for limitless strength, and remembered also that the madder Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. So Surfer thought about obtaining the gamma radiation, the gamma power, the source of Hulk's power, so that it would augment his own power in a way that he would become like the Hulk. The madder he gets, the stronger he gets. Thus, he would be able to shatter this barrier created by Galactus and preventing him from leaving Earth. So he searched for Banner and he found him. And he explained everything in brief. But Banner was confused or became confused, scared, and this actually irritated him and triggered a transformation into the Hulk. Hulk, as we can see here, is in his savage persona. This is not the World Breaker. This is the savage persona, which was dominant back then. He attacked the Silver Surfer and knocked him away, then tried to break his board, but he could not. Silver Surfer then blasted the Hulk with his power cosmic and drained him of his gamma radiation, reverting him back to his human alter ego. Okay? So, as we can see here, this was the norm back then. Hulk is physically strong, but the Silver Surfer is more powerful due to the fact that he has the power cosmic and he is capable of draining the Hulk of his gamma radiation. He doesn't need to use his fists. He uses the power cosmic to drain the Hulk of his gamma radiation, rendering him helpless and reverting him back to his human alter ego, as we can see here. Now, actually, when Banner got back to his senses, Silver Surfer explained everything, and he told him that he is stuck on Earth and that there was a barrier created by Galactus which prevented him from going back into space, and that he needed his help because Banner is, as we all know, is an expert in the gamma radiation, probably the best on Earth in this domain. So he sought his help to enable him or to help him breaking this barrier or shattering him to go back to space. Now, Banner actually accepted to help Silver Surfer, and they both went to a nearby base where Silver Surfer helped Banner building a weapon to blast him with gamma radiation. Banner managed to bombard Silver Surfer with a massive dose of gamma radiation, granting him the power of Hulk, which means that in this case, he would get stronger the matter and eventually would be able to break that barrier. Silver Surfer became enraged, exactly like the Hulk, and went with great speed and force into space, trying to break that barrier, but unfortunately he failed. The first attempt was a failure. He failed. So, as we can see here, he started behaving like Hulk because he gained Hulk's power, thus attributes. So he started behaving like Hulk. He became enraged, yelling that I am denied the stars, I'm driven back, I need more power. So he went back to the lab or to the base where Banner was still there and demanded to get more power. Now, long story short, Banner hulked out and clashed with the Surfer, who managed to take him into the atmosphere. Okay? And there they clashed with each other on the board. And at this point, the surfer was intended to absorb the gamma radiation again from Hulk so that he would become more powerful enough to break the barrier. Okay? Hulk actually, in his savage persona, knows one thing, which is to smash. So he was about to pound on Silver Surfer, but as we can see here, the Surfer is powerful enough to intercept Hulk's attack and start draining him, siphoning him of his gamma radiation. The same scenario was repeated. Silver Surfer managed to drain Hulk and reverted him back to his human alter ego, knocking Banner out cold. So in short, that was the story in this book, The Incredible Hulk, number 250, which was published in 1980. That was the norm back then. Silver Surfer is not necessarily physically stronger than Hulk, but he was more powerful because he possesses an arsenal of powers, array of powers that could subdue the Hulk, mainly the power cosmic. Okay. Now let's move on to check another interesting book in this topic, which is The Incredible Hulk number 95, part of Planet Hulk Run, which in my book is arguably considered one of Hulk's best runs ever, if not the best ever. Planet Hulk. Of course, the original one, not the remake starring Amadeus. No, I'm talking about the original Planet Hulk. In this book, actually, another confrontation takes place between Hulk and Silver Surfer. As we all know, Hulk was banished to planet Sakaar, and there he was captured, imprisoned, and became a gladiator at the Red King's arena. Silver Surfer was also captured, and they both were controlled, both Hulk and Silver Surfer were controlled by a disc on their chest, the controlling disc. So in this fight, they are both not fully powered, let's say. They are both weakened and hindered by this disc. But it's still important to shed some light on this event. So Hulk and Silver Surfer were put in the same arena to fight each other. Hulk recognized the Surfer, and he thought that he was his friend. Okay? So that's not a paint. He is the Silver Surfer. He was going to say he is my friend. Surfer says friend, but then he swiftly attacked the Hulk and hit him hard. So in the very beginning, Hulk did not want to fight Silver Surfer. Hulk did not want to fight the Surfer, but the Surfer attacked him and hit him hard. Hulk tried to fight back. You lousy punk, I thought you were different, but you are just like the rest. And Silver Surfer says, forgive me, before head-butting him and knocking him away. Then Surfer easily goes through the Warbound, overpowering them all. As we can see in these panels, they were no match for the Surfer, knocking them around. Hulk here says, if we give him another chance, then we are going to die. So we need to do something. And that was actually when Surfer was distracted by Heroim, I think his name was, this warbound member. He was distracted by him, allowing Hulk to hit Surfer in his chest and breaking or destroying the controlling disk, which was controlling the Surfer. So you broke the disk. You broke the disk. I'm free. And he wanted to thank the Hulk, but Hulk actually did not give him much of a chance and started pounding on him. Hulk hit him hard, and from the expression of the audience, we can see that he was going to kill him. Hulk was going to kill the Surfer. Surfer probably cannot die, but Hulk was going for killing here. Until he was stopped by Korg, telling him that there was no need to beat him any further because they already won. So, as I've just said, this is another confrontation between Hulk and Silver Surfer, but both of them were not fully powered at this point. Both of them were weakened by the controlling discs on their chests, implanted by the Red King, to turn them into slaves, into gladiators at his arena. Let's move on to another event which took place in the Defenders number 8, published in 2000. Of course, I've spoken about this book before, but it's important to shed some light on it again because it is significantly related to our topic today. In this book, actually, Silver Surfer was captured by the Kree Empire. The Kree in this book had like an ultimate weapon called the Star Wheel. This Star Wheel can imprison the powerhouses and use their powers against them in a way that it drains them and renders them helpless. And this is exactly what happened with Surfer. He was captured by the Kree, and as we see, he's here. He was captured by the Kree. And the Defenders, namely Hulk, Namor, and Doctor Strange, went after the Kree to free their friend. They found him captured, helpless, and unable to break free. The machine's tentacles shot the heroes with bubbles. These are like energy bubbles, trapping them and draining them of their power the way they did with the Silver Surfer. So they tried to break free, but all attempts were in vain. As Namor says here, the energy emitted from the tentacles must be sapping our strength. With each blow I strike, I feel myself growing weaker. So the machine was draining them of their strength the way it drained the Surfer. And here the Kree leader was boasting and bragging about how powerful the Kree Empire is and how advanced their technology, and that there was no chance for our heroes to win this fight. Draining away any force you exert on, physical or otherwise, and reflecting back on you. So as we can see here, the hero started to grow weaker. Until the leader said something which triggered the Hulk, enraged the Hulk. He said, "You trust in your power, your strength, your energy, your relentless drive, but you have met a greater power, and you've been broken by it. No power is greater than the Kree Empire." And this enraged the Hulk. When Hulk heard that, he became so enraged, as we can see here. He started pounding on the bubble. Greyface is wrong. No one is stronger than Hulk. And with one powerful punch, Hulk destroyed the energy bubble. As we can see here, Hulk is the strongest one there is. He destroyed the energy bubble, which is capable of, draining Silver Surfer, Namor, Doctor Strange, etc. Hulk was the only one capable of physically overpowering the Kree machine, the Star Wheel, destroying the energy bubble with enough backlash to destroy the Star Wheel as whole. So as we can read here, the backlash from his escape ripped through the tentacles, cracked up to the Star Wheel. So this actually shows that Hulk is arguably, physically wise, stronger than Silver Surfer. Because as we saw, just as we've just seen, he's just the only one capable of physically overpowering this energy bubble, breaking it with enough backlash to destroy the whole machine and eventually saving his friends. Okay? Now we move on to another event which took place in an alternate reality. Just let me take a look here. My voice is still clear. Can you hear me well? Could you please write me? The voice is clear? Can you hear me well? Okay, great. So another interesting confrontation takes place in Secret Wars Battle World number 4. This book is taking place in alternate reality. This is not 616 reality. Okay? So this book is considered like non-canon because it does not take place in the 616 reality. Yet it is interesting to shed some light on this confrontation. Here, the Silver Surfer confronts the Maestro. Maestro is Hulk's evil future self. So Silver Surfer goes to Maestro's stronghold in Dystopia to retrieve his board because the board at this point was in possession of the Maestro. So he wanted his board back. Surfer here recognized the Maestro or the Hulk, and he tells him that you have changed much from the days that we fought side by side as the Defenders. Okay, but still, this is an alternate reality. It's not 616 reality. So he uses, as we can see here, he uses the power cosmic to open the gate or the hole in which the board was kept. Hulk tells him, or Maestro, what are you doing here? And Surfer says, I want to retrieve my board, and asked Hulk about how he acquired it. And Hulk tells him that Doom gave it to me as a gift. Surfer says, Surfer says that it is not Doom's to give as a gift, and it is not yours either. Then, as we can see here, Surfer destroys the gate to get his board, but Hulk decides not to give him the board back and punches him. As we can see, he punched Silver Surfer. And actually, I think that this is not quite logical, because from this distance, if Hulk punched anyone, almost anyone, he should have knocked him away. I mean, like, he should knock anyone away from this distance. Like, Hulk is punching someone, he's definitely going to knock him away. He will not stand his ground, including the Surfer here. But as we can see, he punched him, and Surfer did not budge. I mean, like, doesn't make much of a sense, right? Because if we go back to their earlier fights back in 70s and 80s, Hulk used to knock Silver Surfer away with a punch. But here, as we can see here, he just knocks him and he's still standing there. Anyway, he smashed him down. They fought a bit, but Silver Surfer swiftly took the upper hand. Hulk is telling him that the board is his and that he is not going to give it away, but Silver Surfer tells him to shut up before knocking him away. As we can see here, Silver Surfer is capable of knocking Hulk away, but Hulk is not. Hulk can do that, but Surfer can't do that, which is kind of not logical. Doesn't make any sense, but okay. Silver Surfer summoned his board. The board is a little bit damaged. He healed the board. Maestro tried to stop the Surfer again by thunderclapping him. But Surfer does not even budge. That doesn't even faze him. I think, in my opinion, Maestro was depowered in this book. Vastly depowered, downplayed, because this doesn't make any sense. If Hulk punches anyone from this distance, like 0.0, he should knock anyone away with a punch. If he thunderclaps anyone, he should damage him or knocking him away at least. But as we can see here, all his assaults or his attacks are, useless. He can't even budge the Silver Surfer, neither with punches nor with thunderclaps, which is kind of, not logical. This is not well written. This is not well written. But again, this event is taking place in an alternate reality, so it's not the 616 reality. Surfer here is mocking Hulk. He's telling him, are you finished? After punching him, after thunderclapping him, he's asking him, he's mocking him, are you finished? So Maestro is shocked. Why aren't you hurt? Why aren't you damaged? And Surfer says, I have surfed through the heart of the sun just to have a good view. So your slap or your punches or thunderclap would absolutely do nothing. Anyway, Surfer takes back his board and flies away, telling Maestro to pray not to meet him again for his own sake. So this was, in short, the story which took place in this book, Secret Wars, Battle World number 4, which took place in an alternate reality and not the 616 reality. Okay, now we will move to another interesting event which took place in the Incredible Hulk number 416 during the reign of the Professor. The Professor. The Incredible Hulk number 416. Here, Hulk does not fight the Surfer. There are allies in this book, and they are fighting a common enemy, namely Armageddon. I wanted to shed some light on this book because there is something interesting taking place here. When Hulk tried to attack Armageddon's son, Armageddon blasted Hulk in his Professor persona and easily put him down. Okay? Armageddon easily put the Professor down. And when Silver Surfer tried to interfere, threatening Armageddon with his power cosmic, Armageddon said that your power is infinite. Your power is infinite, even for a being such as yourself. So, you only channel this power. You channel it. You may control it, but you absolutely do not possess it. You do not possess this power. And he, shockingly enough, blasted Silver Surfer and defeated him. He owned him. Okay? Why did I listed this event? Because I wanted to compare, I wanted to compare it to what will come up next. So as we can see here, Armageddon easily overpowered and defeated Silver Surfer the way he defeated the Professor. Now, let's jump to the Incredible Hulks number 632. This is part of the Heart of the Monster run, issue number 3. And as you all know, this is World Breaker Hulk persona. This is the World Breaker, arguably one of Hulk's most powerful personas ever. In this book, Hulk fought Armageddon. So I wanted to make a comparison between what happened in book number 416 and this book. As we have just seen, Armageddon managed to defeat the Silver Surfer and also defeated the Professor. Now, the interesting thing is that there is a significant continuity in this book because Armageddon mentions or tells the Hulk that he already defeated Silver Surfer. That's why this is very important. Let's see. So they are fighting each other. Armageddon tells Hulk, if you recall, I once defeated the Silver Surfer. And of course, he's talking about the event which we have just seen, which took place in book number 416. If you recall, I once defeated the Silver Surfer by using his cosmic blasts against him. Okay? So he wanted to use the same technique with the Hulk. So now the angrier you get, the stronger I get. With that, he blasted the Hulk the way he blasted Silver Surfer in book number 416 and the way he blasted the Professor. But this is not a regular Hulk. This is not the Savage Hulk. This is not the Professor either. This is World Breaker. This is a very powerful Hulk. Very powerful. So Armageddon blasted Hulk, telling him that by the laws of the Trojan, your family shares your punishment. But Hulk says, dumb law. And he doesn't fall back. He keeps marching and marching until he grabbed Armageddon from his arm, shattered his weapon, and blasted him with his own energy. He blasted him with his own energy, severely damaging him. So as we have just seen, this attack did not even damage the Hulk the slightest. It didn't stop him. So we could arguably say that this Hulk, if not more powerful than the Silver Surfer, he is at least more durable. He possesses higher level of durability and endurance than the Silver Surfer. Why? Because Armageddon easily defeated Silver Surfer while he stood completely helpless and turned into a ragdoll, utterly turned into a ragdoll against the World Breaker. So if not more powerful than the Surfer, then at least more durable with higher level of endurance. Hulk severely damaged Armageddon. Betty here, Red She-Hulk says, nice, thought you would like it. And Hulk was mistaken. He thought that he completely finished Armageddon, but Armageddon gave his orders for his battleship to blast Red She-Hulk or Betty. This actually enraged Hulk even further. That was a stupid move by Armageddon because he enraged Hulk even more. And Hulk pounded on the already beaten Armageddon, pounded on him, beating him. And as we can see here, Armageddon tried to blast Hulk, but he blasted his ship instead. Hulk beat him to within an inch of his life, almost killed him. So I wanted just to make a comparison between the battle which took place in this book, where World Breaker Hulk destroyed Armageddon easily, actually. Armageddon stood no chance. I wanted to make a comparison between this event and the event which took place in book number 416, when Armageddon easily defeated the Silver Surfer. So if this proves anything, it would prove that Hulk, if not more powerful, I'm speaking about this persona in specific, if not more powerful than the Surfer, then at least he is more durable with way higher level of durability and endurance. Let's move on. Now, this is another interesting event. This is another interesting event where World Breaker again, featuring World Breaker again against his arch enemy, namely Red Hulk. This is another important event because it proves that World Breaker is resistant. World Breaker is resistant to energy absorption. You see? That's the point. The fact that World Breaker is resistant to energy absorption would give him great chance defeating Silver Surfer. Because as we have just seen, Silver Surfer used to defeat the Hulk by siphoning him, by draining him of his gamma energy, reverting him back to Banner. This persona, the World Breaker, proved resistant to energy absorption. So in this case, Silver Surfer cannot absorb the gamma radiation out of his body. Let's see together. Red Hulk here thought that he could absorb the gamma radiation out of Hulk's body the way he did before. Because if you remember, in book number 600, in their first match, not exactly the first ever, but in first round in this run, again, not the first ever, but in this run, the first time they met, Red Hulk managed to absorb the gamma radiation out of Hulk's body, but this was the Savage Hulk. This was not World Breaker. This was another persona. That was the Savage Hulk. So Red Hulk managed to absorb the gamma radiation out of Savage Hulk's body and reverted him back to Banner. So he thought that he could do the same again, like draining Hulk of his energy, the gamma energy, the source of his power. He hits Hulk hard, resulting in great explosion. Red Hulk then bragged that he is the strongest one there is, thinking that he destroyed Hulk or reverted him back to his human alter ego. But shockingly enough, he could do nothing. He just could do nothing. Absolutely nothing. World Breaker came and said, "That's all you got, Mr. Red Hulk? Is that all?" And with a powerful thunderclap, he defeated Red Hulk and knocked him out cold. So, as we have just seen, this proves that World Breaker is resistant to energy absorption. He can't be drained like the Savage Hulk or other Hulk's personas. This persona is in specific has this ability of resisting energy absorption, which means that Silver Surfer cannot drain this Hulk of his gamma energy. And as we have just seen, World Breaker Hulk, in his fight against Armageddon, proved that if not more powerful than Surfer, he is way more durable, with way higher levels of durability and endurance. Because he easily destroyed Armageddon, who easily destroyed Silver Surfer. And there was a significant continuity between the two books, between book number 416 and the Incredible Hulks number 632, in which World Breaker destroyed Armageddon. So the writer had that on his mind, which proves my theory that this Hulk, the World Breaker, would arguably defeat Silver Surfer. Yes, sure. Sure. In my opinion, yes. Because he easily defeated Armageddon, who had defeated Silver Surfer, and because he proved resistant to energy absorption. So in this case, Silver Surfer cannot absorb him. He cannot absorb him. What else he can do? To tell me that he would physically overpower the Hulk? Well, as we have seen in the Defenders book, it was Hulk who was capable of destroying the energy bubble and freeing the Silver Surfer, along with Namor and Doctor Strange, and not vice versa. So at that point, Hulk was proven physically stronger, and we are talking about the Savage Hulk. The one in the Defenders book was the Savage Hulk. It wasn't the World Breaker. So and Savage Hulk is not as strong, as powerful as World Breaker. So yes, all in all, I believe that World Breaker would defeat Silver Surfer because he defeated Armageddon, who had already defeated Silver Surfer, and because he proves resistant to energy absorption. So in this case, Silver Surfer would never be able to drain him or siphon him of his gamma energy the way he did in the past against the Savage Hulk. Yeah, I've already done that. And I've actually refuted the theory of death battle, because they said that Doomsday would poison the Hulk, and this is absolutely not true, because and incorrect, because Hulk, at least World War Hulk, was proven resistant to thallium. Thallium is the deadliest poison in the Marvel universe, and when Scorpion actually hit Hulk with thallium, Hulk managed to resist it and to overpower it and negate it from his system, with actually little help coming from Amadeus, because Amadeus enraged Hulk, telling him that it was his fault. Everything happened to Kiera on Sakaar, and everything, all the troubles that happened to his family, it was all his fault. Of course, he did not mean that, but as his friend, as Hulk's friend, Amadeus wanted to enrage the Hulk more, because as we all know, the madder he gets, the stronger he gets. And not only the stronger, but the madder he gets, his healing works better, his immunity works better, his adaptation works better, and that's why he managed to overpower thallium, the deadliest poison in the Marvel universe. So I don't know how Death Battle actually missed that. They claimed that Doomsday would poison Hulk based on what? If Hulk managed to resist thallium, the deadliest poison in the Marvel universe, why would Doomsday poison him in this case? Of course, it all depends on the writer. But as fans, we need to stick to facts, right? And it's a comic-based fact that Hulk overpowered thallium, the deadliest poison in the Marvel universe. So there is no way Doomsday would poison him. If you like, I can just make a full analysis video about that, about this point in specific, because I don't want to go into all the details, make comparisons between the strength of Hulk and Doomsday and their healing. It would be, endless. But about this point in specific, although I've made that short time ago, I've made a video about that, and the title was Doomsday Can't Poison the Hulk, and Here's Why. I think that was the title of this video, in which I shed some light on this fact, showing or proving that Hulk overpowering thallium means that Doomsday cannot poison him just like that, as Death Battle put it. But I can do that again in a narrative video if you like. Hulk versus Zeus, there's nothing much to talk about here, because we are talking about an omnipotent god. Wait. Hulk versus Zeus will be based on Hulk's next fight against Thor. okay? Because this Thor is not a regular Thor. The Thor Hulk is going to fight in in few books from now in the near future. This is not a regular Thor. This is All Father Thor, who also possesses the power of Zeus in his belt. So let's see how Hulk fares against this Thor. I mean, this is the current Hulk persona. This is not the World Breaker. This is the Fractured Sun. Let's see how the Fractured Sun will fight this Thor. If Hulk managed to defeat this Thor, or at least to match him, in this case, it would be safe to argue that this Hulk would defeat Zeus himself. Why? Because this Thor is All Father. This is number one. And number two, he possesses the power of Zeus because he had it in his belt. He defeated Zeus. Right? So if Hulk matched this Thor, it means that he would have a great chance matching Zeus. Because I don't want to go back to the old battle which took place years ago in order to point out the fact that Hulk did not go to Olympus to fight the Godfather. He went there to redeem his family, and Zeus misunderstood him, or Zeus was too arrogant to cooperate and defeated Hulk and all the stuff. Let's not go there again, because those who wanted to understand that would understand that. It's not something really complicated to be understood. Who wanted to understand this fact would understand this fact. But there are haters who wanted just to hate on Hulk and saying, look at him, Zeus ragdolled him and all the stuff. Okay, let's see what happens in this fight against All Father Thor, who has the power of Zeus in his belt. If Hulk matched this Thor, then it would be safe to argue that he would beat Zeus. Definitely. Yes, this is going to be the Fractured Sun, not World Breaker. I'm speaking about the current run, the long-haired Hulk. Yes, he's going to fight Thor soon, because he's going to go to Asgard. I think, as I've read earlier, he wants to go to Asgard to cure his friend Charlie, this kid, hanging out with him. I've done Hulk versus Mangog. Go back to the videos. I've done that. So we will see how it goes between the Fractured Sun and this Thor, because this Thor is God level. He is All Father, and he has already defeated Zeus. So if Hulk matched this Thor or defeated him, I don't think he's going to decisively defeat Thor, but if he matched this Thor, then it would be safe to argue that he would at least match Zeus, if not defeating him, because this Thor had already defeated Thor. This Thor had already defeated Zeus. Yes, but let us not just go into these details, because I don't think that the writer who is going to write next Hulk versus Thor is going to have all these battles on his mind. It would be really complicated for the writer to sort out all these details to write a proper fight between the two. But if we want to talk about it in a larger frame, this is All Father Thor. This is an extremely powerful Thor. This is not a regular Thor. And on the other hand, this is not a regular Hulk. This is an extremely powerful Hulk who has defeated a primordial god, the eldest, and has defeated Thanos as well. Actually, you can safely say that, or state that, Hulk has become too powerful starting the Immortal Hulk run. When Al Ewing established the fact that Hulk is connected to the one above all, when Al Ewing established the fact that Hulk is the pawn or the messenger of God or the angel of God, Hulk has become way more powerful than before. And that started in that Mortal Hulk run. Everything came after that. You can see it's not difficult to notice that Hulk has become vastly strong. I mean, after the Mortal Hulk, we had the Starship Hulk, who was extremely powerful, and the Titan as well, that being who tried to control the Hulk. Let's say that, okay, if you do not want to consider the Titan as a Hulk, like as a separate entity, then fine. Then, okay, after the Mortal Hulk came the Starship Hulk, who was very powerful, and now we are with the Fractured Sun, this like demonic Hulk who is also extremely powerful. All that started with the Immortal Hulk run, since Al Ewing established the fact that Hulk is unearthly connected with the one above all, the most powerful being in the Marvel Universe. So I think that the writer who is going to write the upcoming fight or battle between Hulk and Thor should have that in mind. It's true that this is all Father Thor with all the powers of Odin, who has already defeated Zeus, but on the other hand, you have an extremely powerful godlike Hulk. So let's see how the writer is going to write that fight. Okay, guys, I don't want to talk. I don't want to take more time from you. It's Saturday, so enjoy your weekend. That was all for this video. If you want me to discuss topics in specific, please write in the comment section, and I'll see about that. Until then, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me, and have a nice day. Bye for now.